Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel here, and before we begin another great comic book video, I wanted to take a moment to thank my new friends over at Twisted Extracts. Yes, that's right, they are a cannabis company here in Canada, and they just sent me kind of an awesome early Christmas gift right here. They specialize in THC, but for my needs, what they really gave me was the CBDs. Now, the holiday season is upon us, and that means a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights, but with their brand new CBD oils, as well as gummies and more, you can really take the edge off. I know I take it to sleep. Being a YouTuber, we get a lot of really weird hours and everything, and sometimes I don't want to reach for a pill. Sometimes, I want something like this. And not only are they good medicine, but also they taste great too. As you can see, I already got into the pineapple CBD gummies, and first and foremost, smells great. They actually smell like Fruit Loops of all things. So if you're worried about it being skunky or dank and, really stinking up the place, not gonna happen. They taste good too. They're perfect for me. Again, Christmas is coming up. If you want a rather interesting stocking stuffer, I think the folks at Twisted Extract will definitely have what you're looking for. They even have some other fun items too there, like coffee table books. That one's gonna be a good read. And even fun little keychains to keep your this, that, and the other in there. So without further ado, everyone, let's hop on into the video, and you can check out Twisted Extracts down in the comment section below.
Has Wonder Woman's team of magical crusaders been compromised? Will they make it out of this in one piece? Well, let's hop into the pages of Justice League Dark issue number 17 and find out together, shall we? Alrighty then, so this issue actually opens up with a little bit of a flashback to ancient Persia. We see a princess who they say was the daughter of the sun itself, which, has gotta come with a lot of pressure. This woman was traded off in a loveless marriage to a truly abusive man who she ended up murdering, and then just kind of acting like it was no big deal. The people of that land called her a witch, and she was forced to flee. And that woman's name was, you guessed it, Circe the sorceress, who, after faring seas and waters that would have killed any normal person, found her way to a mysterious island and the Hecate. The Queen of Witches chose Circe to be one of her anointed champions, one of her witch-marked. In exchange for amazing power, she would one day be forced to pay the price. But I mean, who looks at fine print like that, am I right? Now, back in the present, Circe has actually managed to take over the body of Wonder Woman, not that anyone on Justice League Dark has managed to put that together just yet. This is all part of a much bigger scheme to make off with the Eclipso Diamond, the evil force inside the diamond, of course, being Circe's choice for the final member of her Injustice League Dark. Now you might be asking yourself, wasn't Man-Bat rampaging in the last issue? Didn't he come down with a bad case of Cronenbergism? Yeah, well, he did, and they just sort of cured him off panel in between issues. The team is also down a Swamp Thing at the moment, and once Bobo Detective Chimp realizes that Wonder Woman doesn't really seem to care, he starts to put two and two together that that's not Diana. I must admit, it's nice to see Detective Chimp live up to the detective part of his name. That's some really good investigative skills. Now, once Circe realizes that she's been outed, things start to get really crazy. First and foremost, she uses Zatanna's own backwards talking magic against her to seal up her mouth. She turns Detective Chimp into just a regular chimp, which is actually kind of fitting because if you know your Greek mythology, Circe and all of those stories love to turn people into animals, so what do you do with someone who's already an animal? What does she do for an encore? Well, she blows open a hole in Justice League Dark's headquarters, allowing the rest of Injustice League Dark to swarm the place. The good guys are outmatched and outnumbered, and in a truly horrifying bit of desperation, we see Zatanna rip open her own mouth just so she can cast some spells again. It's really friggin' gross, actually. Now, this is all pretty darn bad, but would you believe me if I told you that things can actually get much worse? You see, in the collective subconscious, the dream realm that Wonder Woman has been trapped in right now, Diana begins to think out loud about what it could possibly take to get her back home in time to save her team, not ever thinking for a second that she's not actually alone here in the collective subconscious. For you see, this dream realm just became a nightmare as the Upside Down Man, the horrifying Lovecraftian leader of the other kind, has shown up. You remember him, right? You remember the nightmares? Well, you're welcome as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Justice League Dark issue number 17, and overall I thought it was fine. Not good, not great, just fine. It's funny, when this series started, I thought it was so awash with content, and yet as time goes on, as we enter what might very well be one of Tynan's last arc, everything has just kind of, slowed down. That's not to say any of it is bad or anything, I'm just saying I'm not nearly as interested or as engrossed as I was when all of this started. I have to wonder at what point when writing this story Tynion found out he would be getting the reins of Batman. And that maybe writing for a new project meant that the writing on this one had to suffer just a little bit. Overall, though, I'd give this a 6 out of 10, and I hope they do kick hard to the finish line, because I do still really like this book.